You know, it's just not spring if I haven't latched on to some sort of passion and just kind of gone nutsy over it. So, over the last year, I have found out about carnivorous plants, bog gardens. Oh my gosh! I am partnering with, well, partnering. I am not partnering. What would it be? I'm collaborating with a great guy over in Tacoma, Washington, who runs Bizarre Botanicals. They have some amazing carnivorous plants. Amazing in my book. So all year I have been trying to figure out what will I do to incorporate that into my yard. So here I go. I've got a kiddie pool. I am using an old kiddie pool. I am going to line that with black plastic. I have dug a hole, if you will, a sunken grade, so it's not sticking all the way up. And then I'm going to lay black plastic over it so that, well, just so we don't see the pink. And then I'm going to fill it with a combination of perlite and peat moss. And then I'm going to go over to Ryan's and buy some plants. I was over there last fall before they all went dormant, so we picked them all out. We know what we want, and now it's just a matter of getting this done, which was no easy challenge. We're going to get that done, and then we're going to get that planted. So today is just prep work. So in just a moment, a couple days of my life are going to pass, but you are going to then see what we're doing. So first of all, though, let me finish getting this together, and then we'll go from there. All right. Now I gotta find the dang clicker. I put so many things. All right, so here I've put the old kiddie pool in the ground. I have covered it with black sheeting, actually a couple layers thick, just because, well, I'm too lazy to cut. And then tucked it in around the edges now to mix the perlite and peat moss. And I hope I got enough. Okay, so here we are. Need to moisten that material. So I put this in, boy, more than a minute ago, and I did not actually make it over to Bizarre Botanicals as quickly as I had hoped. His schedule, my schedule, you know, work, life, that kind of stuff gets in the way. But it's still kind of early and in the growing season, so I can get them planted. Just wait to see what I got. They're on the patio, and that's where we're gonna go next, because they do need to be cleaned up. They're just coming out of dormancy, so they're not looking amazing, but there's a lot of great things there. So let's get to the patio. All right, so these are it. I finally have enough plants to put into my bog garden and to actually have a proper bog garden. So it's springtime. These are only just coming out of dormancy, but look at that. It's got a flower bud, some new life. This little guy's got a flower bud. These big ones have things coming out of them. I don't know. So the mission was, when I visited Bizarre Botanicals last fall, was, and I'll try to make a mashup of the pictures I took, because I believe that's what we ended up getting, was the ones that we discussed last fall. I think that was end of October, early November, before we had had frost. Everything was looking amazing. There were some great colors. So here's a mashup, hopefully. If not, I'm just being weird, but that's okay. So for those of you in the know, so what I said was I didn't want to spend tons of money, but I wanted a good variety. So I'm not to the level of an addiction with these as I am with my begonias, whereas my begonias, I know specifically what I need and what I want, and all those neat little things. This, I'm just looking for a general look so I can experience it, and then maybe we'll fall down that rabbit hole into that obsession. So let me share with you what I got, and that way if you're folks that are in the know, you'll kind of have an idea of the choices that we made. So and you're at the mercy of two things. One, somebody else's handwriting that I'm reading, and then secondly, me pronouncing plant names, and we all know how that goes. So this first one is I think it says Flava X Purpurea, possibly, with Leucophylla. You probably can't see that, but I'm excited, and it's interesting some of the other little things that are growing in these pots. So Ryan was good enough to let me know if it was good, bad, indifferent. This one here is just a Drosera filiformis. Not quite doing nothing yet there. Oh, this one is a Drosera. Oh, something else. I may just in the comments indicate what some of these are, because I am not even going to try to attempt to read that. And if I recall, I'll have to check my notes, but if I recall, that's what's growing here. But this little guy right here, that was a volunteer hop-along, and that's one of our Washington natives, Sundew, I believe, he indicated. All right, here, we're wasting time, killing time. This one is oh my gosh, oh, I can't even begin to pronounce some of these. Leuphila Tornock. Oh my god. Well, look, it's got some nice little growth points waking up and happening. That's very exciting. All right, this one I can pronounce. I asked him for some sphagnum moss, living sphagnum moss, because I want some of that growing in there. Sure, here, take a look at that. You want to hold it? You're welcome to. And then this is a Purpurea. Yeah. Again, that says it's sphagnum moss. We got to keep the plant stakes with the plants. Oh, look at an easy one to pronounce. Dean's red tube. And
that's pretty.
Ooh, I'm excited to see what happens when they start growing. A lot of these bigger ones still need to be cleaned up. Ryan gave me some good direction there. This is a Oreo X Flava. We got some flower buds coming up. I don't know that I've seen flower buds on a carnivorous plant, so that's pretty exciting. Other than a sundew I had on the patio last year. This one of the bigger ones. Alata X Minor, and if I recall, I enjoyed the color of this one. And then, this had a nice dark color to it, large. Some of these are kind of older ones, it sounded like. This is rubra, and yeah, can't wait to get that, to see what that does when it grows up. And then the biggest one, and it's got some flowers coming up on it, a couple in there, and then lots of growth points in there happening. This would be Flava rugelii, and this I recall was just this gorgeous yellow. And for those of you who know me, I'm not a big fan of yellow, but this really worked when I saw it.
Grandpa,
and there was a big batch of them.
there is a bud in it.
That's a bud, yes. And there's another bud. Oh, there's 3 buds in there, plus a 4th one. So I'm going to get these cleaned up, and then I'm going to get them planted, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. All right, so the only thing left is to actually get these suckers planted. So let's do that now, shall we? All right, so obviously this is far from a how-to video, but if you've followed along, my videos typically are showing you what I do. And then later we can see if it works. And then you can make your choice. There are so many right ways to do things, and there are ways that help the process. But hey, we're done. I've got it planted. I had some other little random things that I'd gotten over the winter. I'm a sucker for those Facebook auctions. So we've got some flower buds coming up. I'm gonna water this in. And then I gotta hook up some direct water to it from a rain gutter on the back of my shed. So Ryan, if you're watching this, I'd sure love to know if you think I've just completely hosted up, or what my chances are. And anyone else who is really familiar with growing carnivorous plants, the outdoor hardy variety, if you've seen something critical that I've missed or misjudged, by all means, I'd love that information, because at the end of the day, as gardeners, we want it to thrive, and we want everyone's garden to thrive. Well, except for that one guy at the mall. No, I'm just kidding. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and you'll get to find out how this progresses throughout the summer now that it's waking up, and we'll see what's happening. Thanks a lot.